for the Shop Report with
Barbershop Jay.
What up, sports fans? Welcome to the Shop Report. I'm Barbershop Jay. I should say solo Jay. I'll be your host for the day. Here's what's happening. My co-host apparently is nice outside in the other various parts of the countries, and they always at the family barbecues getting their little chicken and ribs on, I guess. You know what I'm saying? And they should be joining us shortly. Double J is still on his marital nuptial honeymoon. I will give him a shout out again for that. So for the time being, like I said, I am Jay Solo today. But I do want to remind you, the Shop Report, of course, is brought to you by Rocket Digital Media. It's the one-stop shop for all your digital marketing needs. You can look them up on Facebook at RDM Detroit, or you can slide on over to the website, rocketdigital.net. That's ROCKIT digital.net. Make sure when you're there, while you're there, you tell them the BSJ sent you. And for my folk out there in TV land, if you want to leave your questions or comments during today's program, by all means, please do so. And we will throw it up on the screen. And y'all know what the next line is, right? If you're one of them folks who like to or want to leave, an indignant or ignorant comment, that will not be seen up on this screen. Let me give another. Or better yet, this is what you'll get if you try to. All right, then. Like I said, my co-hosts, some of them, all of them, maybe a few of them should be joining us shortly. But until then, you got me, Jay Solo. Let's start the show. All right, first up, or should I say the first item on the menu is Real Talk. That's right, real as in movie reels, Real Talk. And the subject of today's Real Talk is the top 5 Quentin Tarantino movies. Now, check this out. Now, I listed my top 5, and I was hoping to have my co-hosts on here so that they could give their top 5, but until they get here, I guess they won't be able to do that. So, not really in no particular order. I got The Rock. That's right, Nicolas Cage. Who was the other guy? Oh, wow. Not Anthony Quinn. Oh my gosh, I should know his name. The older, oh my gosh, yeah. Let me give myself another button because I can't even remember the other. I can't even remember the other guy's name. But you all know who I'm talking about if you all seen that movie, The Rock. Crimson Tide, of obviously my man Denzel. Did Django for a whole lot of reasons. Some I'll mention, maybe not, and some I won't. Maybe not again. And then of course the Reservoir Dogs. Now, why no Pulp Fiction? You say? Oh, excuse me, I got a little action going on the screen. Because Pulp Fiction, to me, is in a class by itself. Even though it's a Tarantino movie, right? But it's in a class by itself. It's up there with one of those, like The Godfather, or one of my personal favorites. Might not be a lot of you all out there's personal favorites, but like The Great Debaters or The Banker. It's just one of the movies that just, I mean, when you know the name, everybody knows it. All genres, all kids, all ages, it doesn't matter. And that's what Pulp Fiction is, just in a class by itself. It just is. Even though it is a Tarantino movie, like I just said, it's in a class by itself. But I mean, I should have listed it in my top 5, but I didn't because it's 1 and then it's 5. All right. But let me read to you all a little something. Y'all know I like to read an article to it here or there, right? So check this out. Here's a list of all the Quentin Tarantino movies in order. Now, what I did not know is Tarantino only actually directed 9 movies in particular. There's one called The Way of the Gun, and I'm still looking to see if he directed that because that had Tay Diggs, and I forget the other guy. It might have been Benicio del Toro. Might have been. But The Way of the Gun, if you haven't seen that, that's a must-see flick as well. And little known flick, actually. A lot of people not hip to that, okay? Like they are obviously Pulp Fiction. But when you type in Quentin Tarantino movies in a Google search, the results may be confusing, which they were actually for me, because you will see a lot of movies that were not directed by Tarantino. For some, he did the scenario, and for others, he was partially involved. When we say all Quentin Tarantino movies, we usually mean the movies directed by him. All right, that's fair. Currently, there are 9 movies directed by Quentin Tarantino. And if you're one of the viewers out there and you'd like to leave a comment, oh my gosh, yeah, by all means, please do so. You know what I mean? I'd like to know what your top 5 Quentin Tarantino movies are, if you don't mind weighing in. That's cool with me. Other than those which are listed below, he was involved in several other movies as a writer, and in some he directed certain scenes and segments. So here we go. His breakthrough film, was Reservoir Dogs in 1992. Now, I just mentioned that in my top 5, the Reservoir Dogs. Like I said, in no particular order. However, there are a lot of people who would say not only is Reservoir Dogs in the top 5, but it's one of the top 5 movies of all time, no matter what list you put them on. Matter of fact, one of the top 3, they would say, regardless of genre, whether it's comedy, whether it's drama, whether it's action, they say Reservoir Dogs is one of the top 3 of all time. But it was Pulp Fiction, obviously, 1994, that earned him an Academy Award and made him a legend. And here's something else I didn't know. With $425 million worldwide, the Django Unchained was his greatest commercial success. Now, stop right there for a minute. Let me scratch my chin again, okay? Let me fix my glasses so I can hear what y'all out there really trying to say. Pulp Fiction is the one, like I mentioned, that I said it's in a class by itself, and that most people know. But did Django was his greatest commercial success? I wonder why. So here we go. Here are all the Quentin Tarantino movies ordered by release date and a little description of, or a little breakdown. The Reservoir Dogs is number 1 they have here on this list, starring Harvey Keitel, Tim Roth, and Michael Madsen. And we all know it was a mob boss who hired 6 criminals in order to get his hands on some diamonds. They are given false names so that no one's aware of the other one's true identity. Interesting. However, the moment they arrive at the heist site, the police do too, and the group has to disperse. Now, here's something I want to point out too. Oh, and I wish one of my co-hosts was here for this one. But Reservoir Dogs versus Heat, the movie with De Niro and Pacino. I'd really like to, if you're out there and you're watching, I see a couple of viewers out there. If you're watching, please weigh in right quick. Do you think Reservoir Dogs was better than the movie Heat, or do you think it's an even Steven? Bear with me here for a second. Anyway, they arrive at the high site and the police do too, and the group has to disperse. At the previously set rendezvous point, they reassemble and start to suspect that one of them is involved with the police. This is Tarantino's first directional feature and is considered to be a classic and cult movie among the fans of independent films. Absolutely. Number 2, obviously, Pulp Fiction. John Travolta, Uma Thurman, Samuel L. Jackson, Bruce Willis. I mean, I don't know. I just couldn't say enough about Pulp Fiction. I mean, from start to finish, you know, it had you ups and downs like a roller coaster up at Cedar Point or something or another. But here we go. The plot consists of 4 non-linear stories. Oh, okay. Got you. Yeah. All right. It was a lot going on all at one time, which intertwine at some point or other. 2 thieves decide to rob a diner. And of course, I'm sure you all know already. You've seen movies here, but I'm just doing a little reading, trying to hopefully wait till one of my co-hosts pop in here. 2 thieves decide to rob a diner while eating inside. 2 hitmen are on the lookout for their boss's stolen bag of money. Additionally, one of them has to entertain the boss's wife while he's out of town. An aging boxer is told to purposely lose his next fight, but accidentally kills his opponent instead. Their paths will meet in the most ludicrous ways imaginable. This film is considered to be Tarantino's masterpiece. Yeah, I would describe it as such. In terms of screenwriting especially. It received 7 Oscar nominations, that I didn't know, and won Best Original Screenplay. It is also listed in the top 10 best-rated IMDb films, Kill Bill was off the charts too. I mean, I don't know. Pulp Fiction and Kill Bill, you tell me. Number 3, Jackie Brown, 1997. Pam Grier, obviously. That's all I'm going to say about Pam Grier, all right? What's already understood need not be explained, all right? Shout out to BSJ for not saying too much today on Pam Grier. You get what I'm trying to tell you? Yeah. Samuel L. Jackson and Robert Forster. Jackie Brown is a stewardess who earns additional money by smuggling money to LA's notorious crime boss, Ordell Robbie. Now that's a name for you. Even for the Hollywood, that's a name. Ordell Robbie. When at one point she gets caught by the agents, she is offered a release on the condition that she helps them bring in Ordell to justice. Sensing that things are off, Ordell hires bail bonder Max Cherry to bring her to him, planning to get rid of her. Jackie will decide to swindle both the agents and Ordell and try to get her hands on $500,000. Isn't that how it always goes? And then obviously number 4, they got Kill Bill Volume 1 in 2003 and Kill Bill Volume 2 in 2004. And that starred Uma Thurman, David Carradine, Daryl Hannah, Lucy Liu, and Michael Madsen. By the way, if you're not familiar with David Carradine, other than the movie The Kill Bill, he used to be in a TV series. It was back in the 80s. That's when I first saw it, but it might have been filmed in the 70s. In the 80s, called Kung Fu, a TV show in which it showed a sort of like drifter. I don't know if you want to call him a nomad, but he was a martial artist type guy who went to walk in, the various cities and towns or whatever, helping the town correct whatever wrongs were going on at the time or whatnot. And actually, a lot of people didn't know that Bruce Lee was supposed to star in the TV show, but Bruce was a little bit too much for Hollywood actors. And you all do a little research on that. You'll see why Bruce did not actually get the role, and the role instead went to David Carradine. But Kung Fu, the TV series, was exceptionally and well done, even for that to have David Carradine in it. But anyway, Kill Bill Volume 1 is a story of bloodshed. Excuse me, we got my man. Oh, finally, we got somebody to show up here. All right, TJ. I don't know what you're sipping on over there, but we're going through Quentin Tarantino's top 5 movies of all time. But let me give you a little intro, okay? Because I didn't do that. And I just wanted the people to know that we do give you an intro. Yeah, TJ, a.k.a. I don't know who you're speaking for today. But as always, he is Shadow Man. All right, so let me finish reading here what I got on Kill Bill Volume 1 and Volume 2, and then I'll let you give Quentin Tarantino's, in your opinion, top 5. Kill Bill Volume 1 is a story of bloodshed and revenge. Having left the murderous group called the Deadly Viper Assassination Squad, wishing for a better life for herself, the main character, called the Bride, goes to Texas, meets a man of her dreams, and decides to marry him, being pregnant with his baby. However, the wedding rehearsal gets ruined by the Deadly Vipers, who crash it and kill everybody, leaving the bride for dead. After 4 years, she wakes up from a coma and, realizing that the squad had robbed her of the perfect life, goes on a killing spree, leaving the infamous Bill for last. And then Kill Bill Volume 2 follows the bride, of course, whose real name is Beatrice Kiddo, on her vengeful quest of eliminating the last 3 people who wrecked her wedding 4 years prior. On this journey, we find out about the bride's past and the path she had to undertake to become who she is today. The information about her daughter being alive also appears along the way, and we are left to see how it would affect Beatrice's pursuit of justice. Both volumes were meant to be released as a single film, but with a runtime of more than 4 hours, it was decided to separate them in 2 distinct parts. And then lastly, Death Proof. Now, I wasn't hip to this. You ever heard of Tarantino doing a movie called Death Proof? Yeah, turn your mic on there, buddy. Can't hear you. Oh my gosh. See what I'm saying? This is why if you stay ready, you ain't got to get ready. Anyway, I'll keep reading until he gets his headphones on. You know what I'm saying? A microphone ready. Oh, he can hear me, obviously. You know what I'm saying? We'll give him another button for that.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Kurt Russell. The movie stars Kurt Russell, Zoe Bell, Rosario Dawson. Oh, wow. I'm not going to say what I'm going to say about Rosario Dawson. What's already understood, like Pam Grier, need not be explained. Kurt Russell plays a former Hollywood stunt double with misogynistic, murderous tendencies. Okay. He lures women to his death-proof car under the pretense that nothing can possibly happen to them, and then executes them viciously. Tables turn on him when he comes across 3 young women who turn out to be not so easy prey and who are very keen on payback. Oh, I'm sorry. It was 9. I'm sorry. That was the top 5. Huh? What'd you say?
You said it's called Death Pool?
Yeah, Death Proof. I never saw that. Did you see that?
No, I never seen that.
Okay, well, before we go into the 6, 7, 8, and 9, give me your top 5 Quentin Tarantino movies.
Hold on, man. Don't put me on the spot. He got a lot of movies.
Oh my gosh, I sent that in the text.
I know. But it's a lot of things you send to me in the text. I mean, off the head, I got 2 that I know they my 2. But one of them, I'm difficult. One of them is Kill Bill 1 and 2.
Oh, you said you was what? What'd you say? Say that word again.
I'm difficult.
Oh, absolutely. I'm glad you said it. I didn't have to. Go ahead.
You're way more difficult than me. So I should have said that
First. Absolutely not. Yeah. What would you say? Go ahead. Go ahead. Name them.
Live on the P program. Live on the P program.
Oh boy. What's live on the P program? Don't do no sound effects. Don't you do?
No. So
Yeah.
Kill Bill 1 and 2. That's like number. I ain't gonna put it at 1 because I like Django a little bit better. So
yeah,
Django.
I had. You hold up. You want me to give you my top 5 first?
Yeah.
Okay, let me
Go
give you
ahead,
my
go
bad.
ahead,
Let me give you my top 5 first. No particular order. The Rock, Crimson Tide, The Django, Reservoir Dogs. I said top 5 and I only named 4. Well, I had 5, but I threw Pulp Fiction there because I said Pulp Fiction really. It was 5, but I said Pulp Fiction really is in a class by itself. So it's 4. It's 5. 4 technically 5, but 1 separate from the other 4 that makes it 5. 4 plus 1 equals 5, I guess. Oh yeah, let me give myself a button. Yeah,
I had to go over. But yeah, you worse than me right now. I'm just running a little late, so I'm a little all over the place. My bad, man.
It's all good. Do your thing. Are you here? Better late than never. Go ahead. Who you got? What's your top 5?
You see that right there?
Oh my gosh.
That's that good old,
hell no.
That's that good old Kool-Aid. It's giving me a little energy right now.
Okay, got you. Oh my gosh. Man, I wish Brother Rich was here to see that match. Go ahead, man. Give me your top 5.
Okay. At 5, you might not agree, but it's my top 5. Okay. Natural Born Killers, right?
Yeah, but is that a Tarantino film?
That's what they say.
Okay,
I didn't know it was, but I'm looking at the list. I'm thinking like,
okay.
yeah, I love that movie too.
Okay,
all right.
You.
That's at 5. Then I got From Dusk to Dawn. That's at 4.
Okay, got you.
Number 3. Number 3. All right. Kill Bill will be number 2. So number 3 will have to be Django.
Okay, got you.
Now this is where it's gonna be like, for real. When I was a kid, I watched this movie well over 20 times, and I just recently watched it because they put it on Netflix.
Okay.
Desperado.
Okay. All right. I'll give you that.
Desperado. Hey man, them guys with the guitar cases, man.
Yeah.
The one do that little thing when he slides to the.
Yeah. Antonio Banderas. Yeah. I started to put that on there. Okay. All right. I'll give you that. I'll give you shout out to that. That ain't a bad list. But why wouldn't you have Pulp Fiction on your list? I'm just curious.
Pulp Fiction, like, okay, that came out when I was a youngster too, so it was like, it ain't do it for me.
Oh,
but
okay,
from Dusk to Dawn with the vampires. Pulp Fiction, man, that probably like it. I gotta look at the list. I don't know about Pulp Fiction.
Yeah. I get you though, and I kind of had the same dilemma. You know what I mean? It's one of his, but it's I don't know. It's almost different from what he normally would do.
I was gonna text you this, but so you picked Quentin Tarantino because you love all his movies, like all of them, or why did you pick Quentin Tarantino? Because there's a lot of movies he made that I'm like, man, it's too much fake blood. Like it's too much blood going on.
But that's what I see. That's why I was reading from this list that I found on Google, actually, and I don't use Google all the time, trust and believe. But I found this list with a little bit more detail into his movies. He only really made 9 movies. A lot of the movies that he might have, that his name might be attached to, some of them he just maybe have wrote a little bit of here or there, you know, or directed a few scenes and so on and so forth.
Put a big name next to it.
Yeah, exactly. And see, I didn't know that. That's why when I was going through research, I said, oh, wow, I didn't know that. I thought he had about maybe at least 15.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because
I
seen his name attached. Yeah, I did too, but it was only 9. So I mean, we don't.
So you a big fan of his movies?
Well, it's one that's got his name attached to it that I thought he wrote. Thought he wrote, directed. That's The Way of the Gun.
The Way of the Gun. Did I see that?
Yeah. Oh, you gotta check that out. You ain't seen it. Oh yeah, man. If you ain't seen that, man, you got to check that out. It's The Way of the Gun. Hella title
Oh,
too. I was like, what?
well,
Yeah,
it
that's
came
what
out
made
in the
me.
90s. It sounded like it came out in the 90s.
Yeah, yeah. Well, maybe no. Early 2000s, I believe. Oh, that's a good one. I'm gonna have to look that up too. But we're gonna keep going down the list that they have here on Google, and then we don't have to read you the details for the rest of them. Inglorious Bastards.
Ah,
You like
I
that?
like that. That
Did
was
you?
more recent, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Like
that was 2009.
2010. Okay,
Yeah,
yeah.
2000, yeah,
So
2009.
okay,
Yeah.
I know it was somewhere around there.
Yeah. All right. I mean, it was
I liked
for
it.
me. Yeah, and of course they got the Django Unchained at 7 on this list. The Hateful Eight.
I like that too.
Yeah, but
That
it
was
was some
like 2014 or something, right?
yeah,
Eh,
2015. Yeah, man, it was some
Okay,
scene.
yeah.
It was a couple of scenes in there. I was that Samuel L. That was it was good.
Ooh, it's hot.
Okay, well, yeah, there you go. Open the windows back there. You know what I'm
I
saying?
can't show too many of the muscles, man.
Oh man, stop it. Cut me in and cut it out. That
You,
was
I
good.
might steal some of your lady friends from you. So I'm gonna just keep it like that.
That's how you sound saying that right there.
Hey,
That
what?
was
I'm sorry to interrupt. What Double J and Be Rich? What they got
double
going on, man?
double J texted me, said he wouldn't be able to make it. I don't know where Brother Rich is at, you know what I mean? And then Doc and you, Gully was supposed to join us too. Doc said he was running a little bit behind, you know what I mean? I figured it was nice outside in y'all's section of the town, and y'all was doing a little family get-togethers at the park or whatnot, you know what I mean? Barbecuing some hot dogs and some chicken wings or something. You know
No,
what I'm
I
trying
was
to
doing
say?
I was at my second job, man. I'm trying to
Oh
catch up
boy.
with you, man.
Okay, yeah. Like I said, the Hateful Eight was different. And it was good, but it was just some scenes in there, man. I just thought it was a little over the top. Samuel L. It was a scene he played. I didn't.
And you
Anyway,
ain't care
yeah,
for it.
yeah, I ain't care for it. Anyway, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Now I did not know that was him.
I
Did
think
you
I
see
remember
that?
that. What's that?
Yeah, I don't either.
2004, 2005 or something?
No, it's 2019.
Oh well, yeah. I definitely don't know about that. Then
Yeah,
I mean, I
and
should, but I don't know.
yeah, and here's the killer part. It had a couple big names in it too. DiCaprio and Brad Pitt was in it.
Oh, I did just. You know what? I did just hear something about that. I was supposed to watch that, man.
Okay, and you know what else is interesting about that one? Not only was that particular film critically acclaimed, it got 10 Oscar nominations
You
and
got big names, big
one
time
best supporting actor
director.
for Brad Pitt's performance, and won the Golden Globe for best motion picture, musical or comedy. That I did not know. And then, of course, one of the ones you mentioned, and here's a few, just a list of other movies where his name was involved. And I don't see
Hold up. You saying
what.
he wrote Little Nicky?
Nah, did he?
Man, it's a comedies wrote by Quentin Tarantino, and I see Little Nicky right here with Adam Sandler, man.
He wrote that?
Man,
No.
you would never thought. Oh my god, that can't be true, man. I'm gonna do some research. I gotta figure that out.
Yeah, see, it's a lot here. Okay, well, whatever you're looking at, obviously I ain't looking at. Just another. Here's a list of other movies or whatever that's connected to Tarantino's name. True Romance. He was the writer of the screenplay. Natural Born Killers. Yep. Four Rooms. I don't know. Then you said From Dusk Till Dawn, and then Sin City. Did you see that Sin City?
Is that like black and white, a fake black and white
Yeah,
movie?
yeah.
I
Yeah,
think
yeah,
I
yeah.
think I be seeing
Yeah.
a lot of movies. I love watching movies. I forget a lot of them that I watch. To be honest, I just keep watching new movies, and forget about the old ones. That's really good because once I watch them again, it's like brand new to me.
Okay, it's all good. Well, that's why we came up with this segment. Actually, it was based off our conversation that time when I was over there in doing airmail, and you was talking about movie genres. I think you was talking about Denzel. Any actor could play what role based on
Oh,
a
him and
certain role.
Will. We're comparing the two.
Yeah, right. Yeah, right. What
And
role could
you got real we ain't gonna go down that path, but you know you got a
you?
little
You,
extra.
I mean, we still in the segment now. Go
But
ahead if you want
clearly,
to.
he can keep up with it because you see how he slapped Chris Rock, and they thought that was you know what I'm saying? So
Seriously?
Don't hit no button.
Oh, hell no.
You ain't even had to re-mention that. But go ahead. While we still in the segment, the real talk. That's what this is. This is the real talk segment. Go ahead and say what you said, so the people out there watching, go ahead and say what you said.
What about him keeping up? They can play any role. Yes, they can. He could have played a lot of. I'm gonna say 95% of Denzel roles Will could have played.
I'm gonna tell you two right now that Will couldn't have played.
All right, and I already know I'm gonna disagree. I think I remember the other. Go ahead.
Yeah, Training Day.
Come on, man. Yes, he could have.
No, he couldn't have. And Equalizer.
Come on, he clearly could have played Equalizer, bro.
Why you say he could have played Equalizer?
Cause he know how to do the little fight scenes and stuff too. Because
he played in Bad Boys. That's why you go saying that.
That ain't the only movie he played in where he was fighting for his life. Now, come on, man.
No.
Anyway, now I'm gonna tell you one he couldn't have played. Cause remember I told you 95%. Okay. He couldn't have did Book of Eli.
Oh, absolutely. But I told you that at the time. I told you that.
No. You said them two, and that was bad ones. But I could. He couldn't. Nobody could do Book of Eli. No. I don't see nobody.
He couldn't have done Training Day like
he could have. He couldn't have did what Denzel did, but he could have made it a Will Smith, Dirty Cop, Training Day, drug dealer. He could have.
Listen, I'm not saying that he could not have played the role, or he could have been cast in a role. Yes. But he wouldn't have done it like Denzel did. The scene when he was in the car and he had what's the dude name? Ethan Hawke, I think is his name. When
Ethan Hawke, yep.
Yeah, when he had him.
Ethan Hawke did a good job in that movie though.
Yeah, he did.
That might have been his top role, one of his top roles. He got what else he got?
I can't recall, but I'm not arguing.
Yeah, I think that might have been his top role. Huh?
Yeah, I'm not arguing. I'm not arguing Ethan Hawke. That scene when they were in the car, I ain't saying Will Smith couldn't have done it. He couldn't have done it to the tune like Denzel, or the scene at the end.
Where you talking about he putting cases out on all you?
Yeah, exactly.
He could have did it, but listen.
No.
Nobody gonna do it like Denzel. Denzel gonna be Denzel in his every Denzel role. But I'm saying if Denzel didn't make it and they say Will Smith made it, I'm like, yeah, that probably would have been a good. You saying it wouldn't been a good movie if Will Smith would have played the role?
I ain't saying it would have been a good movie.
That's all I'm saying. I'm saying it would have been a great movie if Will Smith would have did it. That's all I'm saying.
It would have been a good movie if Will Smith had did it. It was a great movie when Denzel did it. That's what I'm saying.
You saying Will Smith? All right, let's start it right here. You're saying whoever wrote that movie. It couldn't have been a good movie only unless Denzel did the part. That's what you're saying.
No. I'm saying it would have been a good movie with Will Smith in it.
But hold on, I know what you're gonna say. It's gonna be a great movie. No. Listen.
Yes.
So that writer whoever wrote that movie didn't make a great movie. Didn't write a great movie.
Yeah, they wrote a great movie.
Okay, now
but hold on. But what makes a movie great is not just the writing. No. You're not got to come together. Yeah, I'm about to do that. What is you saying?
Listen, let's put on our producer's hat right now. Me and you, right?
Okay, all right.
So you can't tell me, right? Nas here. We're gonna go to hip hop, right? He writes a crazy song, right? And he does, and I know he ghost wrote for some people. Okay. You telling me if somebody rapped that song that he wrote for him and do a bad job, that still wasn't a good written song, or like a nicely written song?
No. I'm not saying the script was not an excellent written script. It was. But what makes a movie or a song is not just the writing. You got to be able to and I'm glad you used the music industry. How many times have you how many times have you heard or seen the Motown documentaries where Berry Gordy said, we wrote the song initially for such and such? That's a good analogy. Yeah,
because you know why? They have wrote songs and they gave them to people and the people did all right. Then a better artist did that same
That's what.
song.
Thank you. That's
and
what I'm trying to
killed it.
tell you.
Okay, but listen.
So did you just give me credit for something? Did you just give me credit for something? Oh my gosh.
No, that's not what I did.
Oh, you did?
I'm not even on that, but
okay,
I got to do something. But listen, man.
Okay.
You're not about to do that. I ain't give you credit. All I said is, if it's written good, it's a good script. If it's a good script, right? Hold on.
Okay.
When has there been a good script and Will Smith did a bad job on it?
Oh,
Let's
he
be
got
honest.
a couple. He got a couple on his resume from early on. He got a couple.
Give me one. Just give me one. It's been a good script, and he did a bad job.
Well, it was one I watched.
Come on, that's a good script. Hey, listen,
I'm about to tell you. I'm about to tell you.
Script right there.
I'm about to tell you. It was one I watched up until a certain point, and then it seemed.
Is it because he kissed another guy in that scene?
Well, I'm just saying it was one I watched up to a certain point. You know what I'm saying? You said all that other stuff.
We ain't gotta go down that route, but
okay, yeah, I'm just saying. All right, I ain't saying it, but listen. That movie, I forget the title. Actually, it was not good at all. It wasn't. It was okay.
But was it a good script?
Nah.
You trying to feed your view on things, and it's not working because if it's a good script and you give it to Will Smith, he's not gonna clunk it, bro. He's gonna A+ that thing.
Oh, you think Ali was a great movie?
I think he did a great job. I don't know if it was. Listen.
You think that was a great script?
That's my thing. That's the thing with it, because they could have got
better writers.
That, but also like anytime it's a biography or whatever you want to call that, you got to get a little dirty. Like you got to me, you can't just have the perfect life of a whoever you talking about.
Okay.
It gotta be a little dirt in there. You know what I'm saying? So
okay.
Even like with the King Richard, you see how he did that? Now with King Richard, did you see it yet or no?
No, I ain't see it yet.
So listen, man, that's it. You might not so you know what it's about already,
right?
But you don't know what you missing. I'm telling you that now. Look at me. I'm 20-something years younger than you. I'm telling you, you don't know what you missing.
Really? 30-something years younger than me. That was wild.
I said
that was
20.
A shot. No, you said 30.
I fixed it. I said 30.
30,
I said
20.
20.
What did the difference make?
It don't matter.
Okay.
I only watched it because it's a Will Smith movie, and it said something about.
Okay, got you.
It said something about Venus and Serena. Okay. That's the only reason I watched it.
Okay.
But I was profoundly surprised of the acting in there. Even though I know Will Smith is a great actor, I was surprised by how good. I don't. Even in the movie, they give you the real life video footage of him talking to his kids throughout the movie. Listen, bro. When I say that man did that, it ain't no doubt about it. He was born to act.
Okay, I don't take nothing from him. Will Smith is a great actor. Because I'm to your point, to some degree. I don't think
to some degree, huh? All right, it's cool, man.
Yeah.
Don't play my buddy for that.
I'm not gonna play your buddy for that. I'm not gonna, because you're not my buddy on that one. I'm gonna. Hey, listen, I'm about to tell you. I don't think that Denzel could have played I Am Legend.
Let me see how me.
Where it was just him and with the dog, you know.
Okay, listen. I don't know if he could play I Am Legend. I gotta really.
Okay, hold that thought. We're gonna take a commercial break right quick. Don't y'all touch that dial. We'll be right back. 30, baby. Y'all know what it is.
It's K Cunningham. You watching the Shop Report?
Touch that dial. Stay tuned.
Max and Key, you're dropping in on the Shop Report.
Hey, I'm Billy Butler, and thank you for watching the Shop Report. Hey guys, I'm Les Norman, former Kansas City Royal, and you're watching the Shop Report.
Barbershop J, Quentin High, Super Bowl champion. I'm ready. Let's do it. I'm on.
Commander Brown, Detroit Rivers Mountain Training, and I'm watching the Shop Report.
All right. We are back. Go ahead, finish the thought. What were you gonna say?
What were you talking about? I'm sorry. I had to look.
Yeah, okay, gotcha. Yeah. I see what you talking about. Me and lady friends.
Flip
Anyway.
my disc.
Oh boy.
My back.
I said I don't think Denzel could have played I Am Legend.
Yeah, that's a tough one. I feel like he could have played I Am Legend, but it wouldn't
Or he
have
could have
been.
did iRobot.
Like you got a point there, because it would have been a different energy on there. Like he way more serious in a lot of his roles.
Thank you. That's all I'm saying.
But that's not a discredit to Will. It's just that type of energy ain't needed for every film. When you got Denzel, it's just like a different feel. It's like a different vibe. It's like, all right, it's like a Snoop vibe versus. It's a different vibe. I ain't even gonna go to it. It's just a whole nother wave when it comes to them two. But they both is top of the line actors. Now I was about to say something. Question. Now I know he couldn't have did Bad Boys. Denzel, that I'm saying.
No. But even though Denzel done did some action movie, that's what I'm saying.
No, it ain't the action part. It's more of the comedy part. That's one thing he don't have in his bag. He too smooth. Like, it's like, the pretty boy back in high school or they ain't funny. They usually just too smooth to be funny, man. But that's Denzel. He just too cool, man. He ain't funny. But he ain't no comedian either. So you can't. That's not a knock on his career or anything. So
I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't take nothing from him. Whatever it is, I don't think Will Smith could have pulled off Remember the Titans.
Hold on, Remember the Titans? Nah, he couldn't have did. He couldn't have did it. He couldn't have did it. He
couldn't have did that. And here's what I was trying to say.
All I said was 90%.
You said 95% at first. Make up my mind. Here's what I'm saying to you.
Apples and oranges, man. Come on.
All right. Well, as long as you make fruit salad, that's all good with me. Because I do be hungry sometimes. All I'm saying to you is, like I did with the Quentin Tarantino thing, there is a particular actor or writer or director top 5, and then there are movies that are top 5 separate from the writer, actor, and such. Does that make sense?
Break that down to me. I think I know where you're going with that, but I need to be broke down a little bit more.
Because we were talking about it at the job the one time. You said, man, there's so many genres. You got comedy, you got action, you got so.
Oh yeah. So you talking about that?
You see what I'm saying? So you can have a top 5 comedy, top 5 this. Then you can have just a top 5 movie of all time. Like for instance,
break
The
that
Godfather.
down to our listeners a little bit. What I was talking about, I was basically saying, like, in the acting genre, right? You got semi-drama, small sectors where each actor thrive at. Like, okay, you got comedy. Right now, you could say, okay, well, Will Ferrell, Kevin Hart, they probably at the top of the list for comedy. Then you got some people under there. Then back in the day, you had Jim Carrey. He was running the show with the comedy, and Martin, he had some good show. Even Eddie Murphy, you know what I'm saying? Life, when that Life hit, hey man,
that was a classic. Yeah. But you know what? Eddie Murphy was in another movie, man. Even though he did Beverly Hills Cop, that was classic. All of them was classics.
Oh yeah, when he was in his prime, it was nobody. It was like Tyson, man. You couldn't touch that man. But go ahead.
Eddie got a movie that's little unbeknownst. Let me say that to a lot of people. Metro.
I seen that. Is that I seen that. Yeah, it's definitely one of his smaller movies, probably smaller budget, but
it was cold. It was nice too.
But guess what? So you seen Willie Ray Moore? What was the last movie he made about that dude back in the day?
I don't know. Rudy Ray Moore? Oh, Dolomite.
Yeah. Dolomite.
Yeah,
that was
Dolomite.
A good movie too, man. That was a good movie.
Okay.
I know you probably like the original a little bit better.
Yep. No, yes it was. You always
listen. I wasn't cracking a joke. I just know you like old school over new school. That's just you.
No, that's not true. That's not true.
Give me one instance. Give me one instance where you like new school over old school. Because you
Ja
can't
Morant.
say you. What?
Oh, my bad. My bad. What was you saying? Go ahead.
You can't say hip hop. You can't say music. And hip hop is. You can't say music. I bet you won't say movies. I bet you won't say actors.
Well, hold on.
I'm talking about when you like the old over the new, and I know you like the old over the new in those three. Sports, I know that's for a fact.
And that's not true. That's not true. That's not true. Oh man, please see.
Okay. I know it's true for base. I know it's true for football, basketball, and baseball.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
Ooh.
There are instances. Ooh. Okay, there are instances. So you saying that as if though it's in totality.
You call it the Today BA.
You got a whole
nickname. You got a whole nickname for the NBA. So you cannot.
I
dare you say you like the new NBA. I log out right now. You'll be on there by yourself.
There are aspects of it. See, you
Okay,
saying that in totality. You saying like I like all old school and no new school at all. That's not true.
No. That's not what I'm saying. You went to the extreme. I said you like old school over new school, and that's true, and you know it is.
In all instances.
Well, you probably if you only threw that in there because I had you. You only threw that.
No, you
gonna say, oh well, they more athletic now. They
exactly.
Bigger, faster, stronger.
So in other words,
we'll
see. No, I'm not difficult. No. I'm decisive. I'm not difficult. I'm decisive. There's a difference, young fella. Kemosabe, slow it down there now. Slow it on down. Now you're getting beside yourself. I'm saying to you, yes, I say old school a lot. I do. All right. But there are particular situations in which I'm picking the old school over the new school. Not in all cases. Come on, man. Cut me in and cut it out now.
Listen,
you understand what I'm trying to tell you?
You know what I was saying. Now you trying to move the goalposts.
I had to break it down.
Give you an example, huh?
Oh, here we go. I had to break it down. You didn't break it down that time.
No, because
usually you break it down.
You prefer the way basketball was played, the way defense was played, and the way offenses was played. So what more do I gotta say?
I can respect how this current version of the Boston Celtics, when we get to our Hoop Central, are playing defense. They playing on both ends of the floor.
It gives you some old school feel, don't it?
Okay, but it's an old school 2.0.
That's all I need. That's all I needed you to say. I got it.
I got it. Yeah. Okay. Gotcha.
Now football. Now
can we wait? We're not out of our when we get. I got the Gridiron and Hoop Central coming up. Okay, can you just hold on for some of that?
I'm just saying you like the way the old school it was played, man. Come on, man.
Okay,
I know you don't like you can't touch the receiver. You can't hit the quarterback. You don't. You old.
I like
school,
defense. I do. I'm a proponent of defense. I want you to prove to me that your offense is better than my defense.
I was, but they don't let you do nothing now. So now. And now, me personally, my favorite part about football has always been the running backs. I don't know what it was. I always like running backs, like everything about running backs.
Well, now it's RBC.
What that mean?
Running back by committee.
By committee. I mean,
that's
well, we always had that in Cleveland. I mean, you know that better than I do.
Yeah, well, I mean, we did have a double backfield a time or two there, but I'm saying for the most part, you don't have your Tony Dorsett, your Earl Campbells. Well, you got Derrick Henry.
Them big names. But listen, even when I first started watching football in 2000, right? Okay. So you like that? You like, oh man, he ain't watched football. I played football, but I first started watching it, the pros in college with my dad on the couch. I finally just tuned in. 99, like 98, 99, around that time, really.
Okay.
We had some sorry running backs in Cleveland when the Browns came back, but it was a tandem. You had Lee Suggs and you had William Green, right?
Yeah, but William Green was. Oh wow, really? Don't do him like that. William Green was supposed to be the feature back. He was
right,
but anyway.
Right. Go ahead.
Get back to our real talk. So at the end of the day,
that was real spiel right there.
Okay, I'll give you that. But at the end of the day, I'm not taking nothing away from Will Smith as an actor. But I still say there are some roles that Denzel played that if you put Will Smith in, Will Smith could not have played the role to the tune that Denzel did.
Of course, and we could vice versa. Come on, we just said it.
Okay, I didn't
But
say
if
that.
if you had to say, are they not both top list actors? If you had
okay,
to say,
A-list.
okay,
Oh, okay, yeah, absolutely. Okay, so that's
like
what
the
you're
A
going.
plus plus is it? If you had, I know you.
Okay,
don't,
I'm with
but
you.
If
No.
you had Mike and LeBron and Will at the same level, right? And then you had, I'm just saying, for example,
Okay,
and then you had Bird, Magic, right, one tier under. I think that Will Smith and Denzel is right there, but I get an edge. To be honest with you, I get an edge. Nah, I can't do it, man. I like Will Smith.
Okay, you know what? And that's fair. And that's the way you put that. I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna let you. That's what we're gonna, and that's how we're gonna slide on over to the next segment. If you're asking me in this instance, if Denzel and Will Smith are both A plus actors,
yeah,
I had agree with you.
That's it.
Okay, well, it's all good. We're moving on. All right, I appreciate that little thing. You know what I'm saying right there. And I appreciate you joining us when then nobody else showed up. I got some words to say for the rest of these guys. All right, up next, or the next item on the menu is the Gridiron. This is our, of course, football talk, whether it's NFL, college, soccer, football, it don't matter. We talking, this, that, passing, punt, kick, and field goals and whatnot. Like my man TJ like to move all the time. Who's in command is the first portion of the Gridiron segment. Here's the question. Would Dan Snyder be forced to sell the Washington Commanders amidst widespread allegations of workplace misconduct? You remember we talked about that on the show last week. We talked about the Deshaun Watson thing, you know what I mean? All of the stuff, the trouble he in, it's been front and center for however long. Now, it's you don't hear about it. You don't hear about it as much now as you did 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 weeks ago. But this whole same deal, sort of the same thing, and maybe a little bit worse, going on in Washington with Dan Snyder and them, and it's not, it's kind of been hush hush under the rug. We pick and choose when we want to talk about it, if we're going to talk about it at all.
Listen,
will he be forced to sell the team?
I'm gonna be the first to say, listen, I ain't do my homework on this, but at face value, right? This dude and this team got too much surrounding it. I don't know if they're gonna make him sell it. Who's gonna do that? Is the other owners gonna do that? Because Roger Goodell worked for him, right? So who is going? And Dan Snyder probably friends with all the other owners.
Oh, that's a good point.
Yacht clubs, golf, whatever. Billionaires is kicking it.
But here's the deal. If those other owners think that there will be some
backlash
residue, that slide over into their camps based on this, they quick to, like I used to watch on First 48. You know what I mean? Guy get in that room with with the one light bulb, and the officer put his foot on the table. He like, man, give me a cheeseburger and a Coke, man. I tell y'all everything. They'll turn the tables quickly.
I agree with that. But what was the worst thing? Okay, so Snyder couldn't do nothing about the name, right? The Redskins, former name. That's not his fault.
Well, he could have. I think he could have.
But no, I'm saying I ain't talking about him changing it. I'm talking about the choosing of that name, right? So back when he chose, did his family choose the name, right?
No, not his family.
Okay, so they already was the Redskins, and even if he did choose that name, right? Let's just say that was the temperature of the United States. They didn't care back then. Come on, man. Let's be honest. So, what was the worst thing that Snyder did besides swindle money out of the other owners' pockets, right?
Yeah, well,
I think all of them may have done a little bit of that. It just ain't no big research going on in their computer labs right now. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's swindling, so I don't know, man. Yeah. What was the worst thing he did, though, Jay?
Well, I mean, at the end of the day, it's been some shenanigans about some folks being messed with, if I'm not mistaken.
Workplace,
workplace shenanigans,
misconduct.
You know what I mean? Yeah, but it's a lot of stuff that's not being. Go ahead.
How much was he in the workplace? Like he a billionaire? What do he own? He owns something else besides the Redskins, right?
Well, the Washington Commanders, correction. Yeah, I'm with you on that. So, how much did he? But you got to know.
I don't know, man. Dude, look, let's think about it like
that
this.
If you own the business, even though you might be jet setting off to other countries every now and again, everywhere. You might not be there on a 24-hour basis, obviously, like other staffers in the building, but you got to have some idea of what's going on in the place.
So was there legal action taken before this came out this last time with this this misconduct?
No, not to my knowledge.
Okay, so who about to tell him this misconduct? Like, I'm pretty sure he got somebody like who's in charge, and that type of stuff. I don't think it's getting to him to now. Like, maybe, I don't know, man.
Oh, okay, I got you. Well, all I know is it's a lot of stuff that hasn't been uncovered yet that I think is still the plot thickens. Let's just say that. I think the plot thickens. And as far as the NFL forcing him to sell, yeah, I think so, but maybe not. It's going to be later rather than sooner. But at some point, the heat is going, you turn up the heat underneath the skillet. I mean, yeah, that oil get hot, baby. Yeah, at the end of the day. Did you watch the NFL draft?
I was watching.
You was drinking out the
a podcast.
Oh,
so
were
to speak, Left Co.
I ain't hip.
Yeah, so
is it pretty good?
I mean, they would just read. So they had Richard Sherman.
Oh, okay.
They had the Eagles center, Kelsey.
Yeah.
Left Co. He the host of the show, and one other person, I can't remember who it is, but they were just like getting the draft announcement before ESPN and stuff like that was. So I was on they hookup. So
wait. They was getting the players that were picked before ESPN was announcing the picks?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah.
Oh, wow. That's okay. I wonder where they get their feed from. That's what we need to be calling. Hello, security. We got a 13.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they had people at the draft too. So.
Oh, okay. I got you. Yeah, sending text or sending information. Okay, right.
With that information, I'm thinking like Commish he probably like one of the last people to get it on the card and stuff like that. Right?
Yeah. Okay, got you. So, all right. Well, I mean, we are in this day and age of technology. But here's what I'm asking. Here's what I'm asking you. Did you watch the draft? I watched the first round. The first 5 picks of the 2022 NFL draft were defensive players, and that was a first since 1991. Here's the question: is there a changing of the guard?
No.
Because
simple.
Huh?
Simple. No.
Why you say no?
But go ahead. I'm gonna tell you why. Finish your whole. I know you got like some.
Yeah, because when have we ever seen a time, especially based on Mel Kiper and Todd McShay and Mike Mayock back in the day, the compensated endorsers, quarterbacks have not been played up where teams picking quarterbacks that they otherwise wouldn't have picked had Mel and them not did 142 mock drafts leading up to the main draft. You get what I'm trying to say?
Those guys, in my opinion, suck.
Oh, wow. Okay, well, save it for the radio, I guess. You know what I'm saying? Okay,
I feel like I can do the job they doing, and I don't have no connections like them.
All right.
But they be missing, so they can hit on basically the first round. I mean,
yeah, well, Mel Kiper is worse. He's worse than all of them. I don't know how.
You said Mike Mayock too, right?
Yeah, well, Mike Mayock don't do it now. I think he's the general manager for the Raiders still.
Did you see who he drafted his first?
Oh no, I didn't catch that.
That linebacker, they said they could have gotten like the second round. He drafted him like number 8 or something in his first.
Oh,
I can't think of his name.
Yeah, I did see that. Yeah, I can't. Yeah. Oh, yeah. So what you think that pick was a miss?
The player ain't bad, but he wasn't a home run. And they said basically he could have got him in like the second round. I can't think of his name. I'm gonna find his name, but
all right, yeah. I can't either. You know, my mind be slipping like the transmission on the 68 Buick.
I think he was a DN or a linebacker.
Too long.
But he was a DN linebacker, so they call him an edge. Whoever it was, the dude, he wasn't worth that pick basically.
That high.
At that high, yeah.
I just found it interesting that it was only one quarterback taken in the first round. When in any other year, you got at least 3, maybe 4, if not 5.
But check this
and they
out.
go within the first 15 picks at least.
So usually it's an off year with a quarterback, or it's maybe one where they be like, okay, this guy can do something. But usually every other year it's a quarterback class. It don't never be every year. It just teams be reaching.
Oh, that's what I'm trying. Okay, but I'm glad you used that word.
Yeah, they just be reaching, but
it's been a long time since the team ain't reached in the first round.
So listen, you got Baker Mayfield, you got Jimmy G, then you
Rosen.
got
Josh Rosen, right?
Yeah, I don't know why that guy never panned.
Sam Darnold.
Yeah, so you got all of them, right? That our whole class, except for
well, I don't know if they all came out in the same class. I'm just throwing names out here that within the last 2 or 3 years, guys who went high in the draft.
So listen, you got, like I said, like we were just saying, you got Jimmy G, Rose, and with all Baker. Why would I jump and try to get one of these quarterbacks if I don't think they're gonna be a transcendent or a franchise altering player? You know what I mean? Then you got these great, but you got these great defensive players where you giving them A+ rankings and A- and you know that type of rankings on these players. And you got a need.
So you're saying teams are getting smarter now at making selections?
I just don't think this quarterback class was that great. Like,
okay, so look at
who in this class do you really think gonna change the franchise? I don't see
nobody. Nobody. I don't either. And that's my point. There's been a couple of other drafts in a couple of other years. I didn't see it was a lot of quarterbacks. If you watched them in college, you didn't think they was going to change the fortunes of a franchise. Like Cody Kessler, for instance.
All right, so I'm gonna say this because me personally, I don't think it's a defensive player good as Myles Garrett out there.
Ooh. Well,
now I ain't talking about Myles Garrett. Now I'm talking about him coming out of college.
At Texas A&M.
I do think that guy they took first, right?
No. My bad. The Georgia boy.
I think he's solid. He's gonna be a starter, but I don't see Aaron Donald in him.
Well, what about Hutchinson? You think he's gonna be a star?
Is that the one Detroit took?
Yeah, Detroit. Yeah.
I'm glad you brought it up. You know, Ray. You probably don't know Ray Mail from work, but man, he said
I know Ray Mail.
He said the dude for Alabama who got drafted in like the 3rd or 4th round is way better than Hutchinson. I'm like, well, why is Kelsey, right? The center from the Eagles. I remember I told you I'm watching that podcast.
Yeah.
He said, I'm glad he's on the edge and not lined up in front of me. So why is an all-pro center, 5-time Pro Bowler, saying I'm glad he's on the edge and I don't have to block him? If you think he's such a bust, you know, because they had Kelsey then watching tape and doing all these, research or whatever. I'm like, dude, you know, he my boy, but I'm like, you nobody. You don't know how to like analyze and know who gonna be what.
If an all-pro center is saying I'm glad I ain't got to deal with it, that carries far more weight than somebody that work with us. I'm
sorry, bro. You ain't even been. You never even been in the trenches. You a basketball player for one.
I'm going with the former. If Kelsey said it, it carried, and it
ain't like he a bum. Kelsey ain't.
That's what I'm trying to say.
He just retired, and they paid him $14 million to come out of retirement. So
that's my point. And I was just getting ready to say, you know how I am about who said versus what was said. So I ain't saying if Kelsey said meaning it's Kelsey. I'm saying because of what Kelsey is and was. For him to say that,
that
you know
means
what I mean?
A lot.
That's what, that means that dude.
That's all I'm saying. Now, if you come out to be a bum, I'm gonna apologize, but I don't see that happening based off an all-pro center saying he's something to worry about.
I just think it's something to be said for the first 5 picks, and probably even more than that. We go back and look at to be defense player since 1991. You wasn't even born yet, man.
Hey, quit playing with me, man.
I'm just saying, no, you do that to me all the time. Throw out a little old crack joke. You know what I'm saying, man? I'm 30 years younger than you. Yeah, you see what I'm saying? Me, come on, man. Fair exchange ain't no robbery. It's called reciprocity. That's how I deal, baby. Mock draft versus draft grades. Which one is better to you?
It's a difference, though. What do you mean? Like, I like the draft grades. I like to see mock drafts, but not. I like the draft grades.
They
you
both,
talking about like
both terrible.
No, but you saying because no, they not because
yes, they are.
Saying, let me tell you why mock draft you can say that's terrible because you don't know who gonna pick what, but draft grades I like it because if you a GM and you got this player ranked at the top of your board, he falls to you, whatever you get him. Then you got another player, you get him, and you another player. Just say your first 3 rounds, you get every need. You needed a corner, you needed a safety, you needed a running back. And on your board, you got them listed as A+ or A- or B+, whatever you got them rated as, and they fall to you without you having to trade up and whatever. I feel like I like that.
Okay.
Now, mock drafts, I mean, it's a hit or miss with those anyway, because they're just a mock draft. Like, it don't mean nothing.
Okay.
And then you got too many trades in reality that you can't prepare for with a mock draft.
But they both carry weight undeservedly. They both are misleading because here's the deal. Yes, on the day of the draft, you can that in and of itself you can give an A+. But if you're a team and I pick any team, and let's say you got 5 picks amongst 7 rounds or whatever, right?
Yeah.
And you get all the picks that you need. But come 2-3 years down the line, ain't none of them players on your squad no more.
So all right, so listen.
So then that draft, that grade was false. It's a false positive.
Not really. So listen, you draft Peyton Manning, right?
But
listen, you draft
Okay.
Peyton Manning, right?
Okay.
He's at the top of everybody's board. The consensus is he the best player, but they got the guy Ryan Leaf. Somebody took Ryan Leaf, right?
Yeah. I think Ryan Leaf was probably I think Ryan Leaf was considered the better player at that time.
Okay, so listen, now you can't fault the team who took Ryan Leaf based off how he played in college, okay? You can't fault the person who took Elijah Wan.
You can.
You can't fault the person who took Hakeem Olajuwon over Mike, right? Because that was Olajuwon, right?
No, it was Oliver Candy. Michael Oliver Candy. Portland took Michael Oliver Candy. I think it was Portland. Yes.
No, they took Sam Bowie.
Okay, well, Sam Bowie, whoever it
but
was.
The number 1 pick was Olajuwon, right? The Rockets.
I don't think it was. No, I don't think the Rockets had the number 1 pick that year. I could be wrong. I don't recall.
Mike was third, bro.
I know Mike was third, but it was somebody. No. See, now you about to make me go to my phone, man, and look that up right quick. But go ahead, keep talking. What you saying? What year was that draft? 84. Go ahead.
84, 83. But
okay, go ahead.
Bro, it was Hakeem, bro.
Was Hakeem number 1 pick that year?
Yes. You can't fault that team because it was a big man game, right?
Yeah.
And he was an A++ player. Mike was too, but it was a big man game, so you can't fault him for taking them.
No, I don't fault him. I don't fault him for taking them.
So I watched you still give him an A+, right? Looking back on that draft, you give him an A+ for taking Hakeem, right?
Yeah,
or
absolutely.
Okay.
Because I watched Hakeem at Houston, 5 slammer jammer.
Even though Mike became, I mean, you so difficult, but Mike became the greatest ever. So
no, Mike, no. But that's another story for another day. I told you what I be basing on greatest ever on.
So
mine.
listen, we ain't gonna go down that path, but the consensus is he is the greatest ever. Not with me, not with you.
Okay.
Right? But you can't say, all right, we're gonna give him an F. Now they took a great player, and that dude showed up in college. Ryan Leaf was a great. I mean, I ain't gonna say great, but he was a good college player.
Okay, listen. I watched Peyton Manning. I watched Peyton Manning at Tennessee, and I watched Ryan Leaf at Washington State, Cougars, whatever it was. I never thought Ryan was better than Peyton Manning, even in college.
So why did they think this? If you had to guess,
For the same reason. For the same reason, a lot of GMs get fired. GMs get fired all the time, man, for those types of decisions. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah, listen. Hey, and to further your point, so to speak, think about Ozzie Newsome in Baltimore during his run versus the Browns since '99.
He might be the GOAT.
Exactly.
He might be the GOAT since '99, man. Yeah, he might be the GOAT.
I'm trying to tell you. Yeah, now that right there, you would not get no argument from me on about the GOAT.
I mean, if he ain't, he number 2. No,
and I couldn't even tell you who would be number 1. In recent memory, it's got to be him.
Even though the Patriots won all them Super Bowls, they drafting was terrible.
I'm trying to tell you.
They missed on so many people, but when you got the GOAT football player, quarterbacking for you and one of the greatest coaches ever,
I'm trying to tell you,
you can beat all that.
You can, make up for, cover a whole lot of warts. And then again, this particular portion, is my opinion. I just think that I don't get excited for mocks or draft grades.
No, see, people are reacting with mocks. They overreacting with those. That's just overreacting, especially because I don't want to see Mel Kiper, Ty McShay, none of they drafts, man. I don't want to see them.
Yeah, I don't. But see, to me, again, the grades are almost in. If I had to do 1 and 2, I'll put mock draft at the top as far as the most terriblest, if that's a word. Okay, then it would be draft grades, because you give a team an A+ based on who they got. But then, see, to me, you can't really grade a draft until the players that you drafted
pan out or don't pan out.
At least 2-3 years in the league. Then you can, because how many times have we seen, whether it's NBA, NFL, don't matter, people go back and say, if you redid that draft again, who would you take? See what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's gonna change. That's automatic.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
No draft is gonna go in the same order.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. So
they redid our draft with last year NBA, and our dude got picked first.
See what I'm saying? So
even though Scotty got Rookie of the Year, I guarantee you Mobley get picked first.
Well, Mobley should have got it, or Jordan Poole, most improved player. But that's my point.
Rookie of the Year.
Rookie of the Year. My bad. Yeah, right. Rookie of the Year. But that's my point, man. You can't really grade. It's fun, and it bring people in from all over the world, and the beer is flowing, and the hot dogs and the fun, and I get it and all that, man. But in terms of, substantive, am I saying that right? Or something meaningful, man, you can't really grade a draft until after that team then had them dudes at least 2 years.
But so listen, you taking it too literal. So when they give the draft grades, they just doing it for that.
Yeah,
time.
Hakeem was drafted first that year.
Yeah,
in San Bowie. Yep.
So don't throw me off.
Okay.
You taking it too literal because you thinking too far ahead. Like did they pan out or not? Because even on a night when we drafted that guy, let's go back to the NBA. He's so terrible. I forgot his name, bro. But we drafted him number 1 after we took Kyrie.
Anthony Bennett.
Oh my God, bro! Don't say his name. That's like telling me the boogeyman coming.
Yeah, but you know what? I think the Cavs used him wrong though.
Hey, we traded him to Toronto and they used him wrong too.
Well, I ain't gonna lie. I was an Anthony Bennett guy, to tell you the truth.
See that type of stuff applies to only. To me, you might have went to the wrong team. Football.
Well, that's possible.
Maybe the NFL.
Yeah. Oh wow. What you trying to say? He should have been a tight end.
I ain't gonna lie, he had too many medical problems. He couldn't have been nothing professional.
He wouldn't have been no Antonio.
Everybody's still surprised, but we had Deion Waiters and Kyrie Irving, and I'm looking at Oladipo. He right there. But what we gonna do about it?
Yeah. Well, I was looking at Oladipo too, but I like.
Nobody was looking at the Greek Freak.
No. Well,
nobody. Hey, listen. Nobody gave them an A+ when they drafted him. Nah, I bet you.
Did nobody get the Warriors an A+ when they drafted Steph Curry?
No. Some people did. You know why? Because he had that it factor. People love Steph Curry coming out of college. Not for what they got him. Not for what they got him. But I'm saying some people. He was that man. Like they couldn't
go look at the scouting report. Go look at if it was 10
Too
scouting
small,
reports.
No,
go look at this guy. That's what I'm saying. And this is after he balled out at Davis, if he had a hell of a tournament run.
I ain't saying most people. I'm saying it was people saying like, yeah, I like this pick. It's a lot of people saying that, but most people were saying no, they shouldn't have drafted. I understand that.
Okay. Georgia, the University of Georgia national champion. Shout out to the Georgia Bulldogs for winning the national championship. They broke the NFL mark with 15 players selected, man, in this draft. Is that impressive?
Like you said, we gotta go back to what you just said last segment. Is it only if these players pan out? All that's saying.
I'm talking about for that. I'm talking about for the amount of players from one team, from one college team being selected.
Oh, from that perspective, yeah. From okay, this is the Ohio State. Oh yeah, we doing our thing. We got all them people. Yeah, that's from that perspective. But I'm saying like from the big scheme, grand scheme of things, these kids downstairs, boy. We need to hurry up and get us our show nationally syndicated. All right.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. Yeah, I just thought that was real impressive because I'm a Hurricane fan. Been one since 1981. Shout out to the Canes. 48 straight year that a Kane was selected in the NFL draft. Thank you very much. But even still, with the run that Ohio State, Alabama, and the Miami Hurricanes had, it was during a time period like the 2000s where they was getting a whole bunch of players drafted. This right here takes the cake, if you ask me. 15 players? Oh my gosh. And guess what? All 15 of them guys, well, I ain't gonna say all 15, but 2/3 of that 15 got a good chance because they got good stock down there in Georgia.
Yeah, didn't they have 5 players in the first round or something?
I believe so. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to tell you, man. They got all.
Now that's that type of stuff impresses me. Like 5 players in the first round of one draft. That's crazy.
Ooh, you know what that just gave me an idea. That just gave me an idea. Hold on while I write this down.
Yeah, 5 players in the first round. That's very impressive.
Yeah, absolutely. And then lastly, for our Gridiron segment, Kenny Pickett, the quarterback from the University of Pittsburgh, was the only quarterback selected. He went 20th to the Steelers in the first round. Excuse the pun, but that's got to be a first. No?
You said he's the only quarterback selected in the first round. You think that's the first?
Off the top of my head now, remember now, if I take my hat off, it look like the top of the daggone Astrodome. I'm trying to tell you.
I don't know.
You can see what I'm thinking.
I don't know. That might be the first. I don't think so.
That seemed like that's a first to me. I can't recall. Well, only one quarterback was taken in the first round. Just one. Yeah. And that far down. That's what I'm saying.
What number was he? And who took him?
20th. The
Carolina.
The Steelers.
Yeah, they had to take one. They just lost that guy. R.I.P.
Yeah, but
R.I.P. Dwayne Haskins, right?
Yeah.
Old State, man.
For sure. Yeah, for sure.
That's crazy.
And I'm not gonna even talk about the indignant or ignorant comments.
Yeah, it ain't even necessary.
Who
said that? Mel Kiper?
Yeah, and Schefter, one of them. You know what I'm saying? So ignorant. But anyway, yeah, I thought that, and the Steelers too, they might be making up for what happened in years past. In the 1983 draft, they had a chance to take Dan Marino and didn't.
Who they take?
And he went.
Dan Phelps.
No, I forgot who they took that year, but I just know Dan Marino went to Pitt too. And
So
the
he's
Steelers
in your
shoulda had.
backyard.
He was
and
in
you
your
went
backyard.
somewhere else.
Yep, and you
Well,
let
they
him
ain't
go.
miss out on nothing. That man ain't getting no rings or nothing. Anyway.
Yeah, but he would have got he would have if Terry Bradshaw
Oh
could have got
yeah.
rings,
He would have got one in
please.
Pittsburgh.
Yeah, he would have got one if he
I ain't no
was with the
Pittsburgh
Steelers.
fan like you, but yeah, he would have got one.
Oh wow, really? I caught that. So in other words, you taking Brother Richard's place today. All right, and I'll give you another one. Yeah, because that's how that sounded. Anywho, we're moving right along. I just thought that was interesting. I appreciate you joining the P program today. Last but not least, the last item on the menu is Hoop Central. The Celtics get a sweep. You impressed by that?
Most definitely. But I picked the Celtics for that.
I'm gonna have to go back. I'm gonna have to go back and check the tape because I don't recall you picking Celtics.
I don't care. Call me a liar, but I know I did. But I definitely didn't see a sweep. I would have said 6 games at best. I don't think nobody who picked, unless you're a hardcore Boston fan, and I know they was shaking in their boots.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I definitely scale of 1 to 10. I give them a 10 because KD, who is seen by most is the best player in the world. I don't think so. I think it's Giannis, and it's been him for like 2 years now, 3 maybe. When you got him and Kyrie together, y'all should at least, even if y'all don't get out the first round, make it a 7-game series at worst.
Yeah, for
so
sure.
I'm definitely impressed by that. So
all right, well, let's go through some of the matchups now that are set. We down to the Elite Eight of sorts. The Warriors and the Grizzlies. Give me your predictions. Who win in that series and how many games?
Now we talking. Now we talking chickens.
I was gonna give you a button, but I'm gonna let you slide. Go ahead. What we talking?
No, because I'm excited for this. This is gonna be the best series of this round.
Are you seriously? You think more so than Boston and
Miami
and Milwaukee?
Milwaukee. Damn, I forgot about that.
Mm-hmm. Watch your mouth, young fella. That's what I'm talking about right here on the programs. All this porphyrianity.
Well, a damn got water in it, don't it?
Oh, okay. Nice little cover up. Yeah, nice little comeback. I'll give it to you.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Yeah, but go ahead. Warriors and the Grizzlies. Who you got? And
no, so games? listen. I know Milwaukee was the champions last year, but they're missing one of their key players. All right. And I'm picking Boston to win that one. But this little Grizzly team, they just went through some stuff and they came out on top, and they should have lost every game. That's why I think this is gonna be so exciting, right?
Okay.
They should have lost every game. They was down double digits in all them games.
Okay.
Even though they had the best regular season record over the Timberwolves, they was down big time. I think one game they was down, 25, 20, 26?
Yeah. That I think Brother Rich was the one who said that the Timberwolves Timberwolves had a little bit more experience than the Grizzlies, and that would win out. And I kind of thought the same too, but I'm thinking of going over my head about who. Well, I don't know. Did they really have more experience? I don't know.
No, because they never made the playoff, did they?
Yeah, right. Well, I think he's talking about just players from a player's perspective. But I really didn't think that series should have went. I mean, I'm a team Ja all day, every day. You know, he just that dude to me.
He remind you of Iverson or something.
Yeah, but then Bane and you had Jaren Jackson just did not play well.
That's a bad matchup for him, though. Was he guarding Towns?
Yeah.
That's not a good matchup for him.
Yeah. But this the playoffs, though.
I'm just saying.
Barkley wasn't a good matchup for Shaq. And I ain't saying they played each other in the playoffs. I'm just giving you an example of player versus player. You know what I mean? And stature and things of that nature.
Nope. I don't know what you mean.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I don't know what you mean right there. Hey, it's a bad matchup. Towns is a great young talent. So
yeah, he is.
Jaren Jackson, he trying to make a name. Towns a little household name. Everybody know who he is now. He All I know is maybe Patrick Beverly is rubbed off on him and it wasn't a good way because he thought every game was over, and then Ja just came back and snatched the soul out of their team every time.
Yeah, I can't argue with you on that. I don't know, man.
I still think it's gonna be some fireworks on that West Coast, dog. I'm just saying it's gonna be fireworks with Golden State and Memphis. Memphis got home court, don't they?
Dude, how can they have home court?
Warriors started losing. They started losing. I know Phoenix had number 1, but I think Memphis took the 2 seed. Yeah, they did because they went against the Timberwolves. They're the 7th seed.
Okay, so I thought Golden State would be the home. No, Golden State is at home.
For real?
Yeah, I believe so. Look that up right quick.
Y'all gonna light them up, boy. Because Clay can't play how he used to play defense how he used to.
Me and Ricardo was talking about that earlier. No, Clay don't look the same, but Golden State, they just got too much to throw at him, man. Jordan Poole is balling.
Yeah, that's true. No, but hey, listen, man. Memphis got some young defenders, man.
Yeah.
That's the grind. Listen, that's the grind house at the end of the day, man.
Yeah, but Jaren Jackson he got to show up.
He don't got it ain't disadvantage no more. I mean, Draymond definitely more experienced and he is a former defensive player of the year. But now
Draymond go ahead.
Now Jaren Jackson he ain't got to worry about somebody beating him up the whole game.
Well, Draymond is gritty though.
He is. He gonna do some dirty stuff. It's gonna be some technical fouls called.
I don't know. I'm picking the Warriors in 6.
All right, that ain't a bad.
Do you think that's a matchup problem though? If so, where you see the mismatch on the matchup side, either side?
Well, Ja's a mismatch for everybody on 18. Curry a mismatch for everybody on 18. I'm just speaking offensively, like. It's gonna be some. That's why I said it's gonna be some fireworks because offensively, both of these teams about to put up some numbers. Jordan Poole, he most improved for real. He really the most improved, but Jive was improved more than he did, and he was already at 19 points a game. Ja caused so much disruption on the offensive end, man.
Yeah, he do. Yeah, see. Okay, and I tell you what, Steph can't have no 3 for 11s or 2 for 14 type of shooting type of deals.
Yeah, because this team gonna run on them. I mean, it's gonna be a run and gun game anyway, bro. Them young Memphis players gonna run and Warriors play that type of game anyway. You know, only time they didn't is when they went against LeBron. So
yeah,
it's gonna be some fireworks. Celtics, you're right though. I love to see the outcome of that too. So.
Yeah, but then we can get to that one in a second. But in the Warriors Grizzlies, the Warriors have more depth than Memphis.
That's true.
Okay, but Jaren Jackson got to be a factor in the series. He has to be.
Okay? I think he will be.
That'll make it more interesting.
He had his hands full.
All right, that's fine. But I'll tell you what. Even though they are probably one of the better shooting teams in the league in the last 5-10 years, the Warriors are. If the Grizzlies are getting layups, if the Grizzlies are getting shots at the cup, and the Warriors are shooting a lot of threes and missing, that's what's gonna make it interesting. Because Memphis, Memphis get to the cup. Huh?
It's gonna be. Watch this. It's gonna be 0-2, right? 6. It might. I think it's gonna go 7. It's gonna be 0-2 if Warriors got home field. It's gonna be 0-2. Then it's gonna be 2-2. Memphis they gonna go crazy at home.
You think so?
Yep. And then Warriors gonna win at home. Then Memphis gonna win at home. And then Game 7 gonna come.
Okay. Who you got? Heat, Sixers. Now remember, Embiid is out indefinitely with an orbital bone fracture. The eye one. I fractured that in a hoop game. Believe it or not. Are the Sixers done? And is it time for Harden to step up? Excuse me. Is it time for Harden to put up or shut up?
All right. Now remember, I picked the Sixers to come out the East anyway, right?
Okay.
I didn't foresee this injury happening to my boy eyeball socket. He gonna play. He might miss one game. I don't want to hear
he's still dealing with that thumb too. Embiid is. Yeah, he tore some ligaments in that thumb. Or sprained them or something like that.
Yeah, he beat up. Hey, James Harden got to show up.
I just said, okay, so James, so it's on Brother Rich. If you're watching, Brother Rich, all right, your boy, James. So in other words, you saying the Sixers are not done because you think James Harden going to put up and shut everybody else up. That what you saying?
I got to stick with my guns, man.
Okay, all right. Well, hey, I like that.
I said he going to show up. He going to show up.
If you don't stand for something, you fall for anything. Okay.
Especially if we get Maxey to keep playing how he playing, we going to be.
Well, Maxey is a given. I'm giving, but Embiid, man,
he'll be back game 3 or 4, maybe.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, so you got so you picking the Sixers to win the series.
I'm not picking them, but I ain't picking against them, and I hope they win.
I got the Heat.
That's my answer.
I got the Heat because Embiid is at 76%. The Suns and the Mavs.
I like how you said 76 for the 76ers. I just caught on.
You like that? Yeah, you like that? I'll give myself a button for that. The Suns and the Mavs. Give me your predictions. Who wins and how in how many games?
Yeah, Booker back. Ooh, hey, damn! I shouldn't have said that.
Oh, here you go again. Oh my gosh, what you say now? Go ahead. What you say?
This series gonna be fireworks too, man.
Not really. Man,
why not?
After Luka Doncic, what do you have? Dallas don't play no defense, man.
Like we said with Ja, bruh. He makes that machine go, bruh.
Who? I know he do, but guess what? Phoenix, Ayton is a problem for whatever Dallas got in the middle. That pick and roll with Chris Paul and Ayton is lethal.
It ain't really the pick and roll. It's the
There you go again, man. What is going on with you today, man?
Stop got water in it, bro. Relax.
Okay, got you. Can you say darn? Okay, got you.
It's the pick. That's what it is. It ain't the pick and roll. It's the pick. Meaning Chris Paul, soon he get a screen, that's your butt.
Yeah, because
y'all can't do nothing about that.
Yeah, he went 14-14. Chris Paul just did something that no other player in a playoff game done did. And I think the only player to ever do it numbers-wise was Wilt Chamberlain. And he didn't even do it in the playoff game.
Yeah, it was a regular season.
Okay, right. So, I mean, I'm just saying at the end of the day, man. And now they're book back.
Dude,
Miles Bridges.
You know Jason Young? Probably not. He worked with us. Anyway.
You talking about light-skinned Jason to be on the on the top order? Yeah. Okay.
So he came in the lunchroom while the game was on, and who was they just playing? Who was the Suns just playing?
Oh, the Pelicans.
They was up 3, right? Third quarter, almost over with. They was up 3. He came in there like, man, what's up? I got the Pelicans. I'm like, in my head, I'm thinking like, man, Chris Paul ain't missed a shot. I got to take this. And I stopped betting people at work. I'm like, nah, I'm taking that. You got to bet $20. So I said, you know, Chris Paul ain't missed. He said, what? I'm like, yeah, we already shook though.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, we already shook.
Yeah.
I said, you can cash at me when you get off.
Yeah, I think that series is 5. Because the Suns play. Yeah, they might be on the mission, man. They might be on. They just in it last year, bro.
Listen,
Chris Paul noticed this.
Hey, that 14 for 14 got you really saying 5 against Luka like that.
No, I'm saying the Suns right now, they got a point to prove.
Yeah,
they got a point to prove. From after last year being that close, they was up 2-0 in the finals, man.
They was.
That taste left a bad taste in their mouth, man. Left a bad taste.
Yeah.
And that was the first time I seen a Chris Paul team really, even though the score was close. The Pelicans played well. If they'd have had Zion, and I really don't like doing the what if thing, I'm not going to say if they'd had Zion. I'm going to say it this way. I would like to have seen had Zion been on the floor.
I actually said that too. I'm like, man,
Yeah.
could y'all imagine if Zion had been playing?
Yeah, I like because CJ he opens things up for Ingram. Ingram played very well in that entire series. And then I can't think of that other little guy, the little spark plug guy they got.
Avocado, I call him.
Alvarado or something like that, or whatever the case may be. I would like to have seen had Zion. I'm not saying Phoenix still wouldn't have won, but the way they finished that game off yesterday, CP, he said, no, we're not having it this time. Ain't gonna be no more blown leads and none of that. Not this go round.
They had Zion off that bench though. I ain't gonna cap. That would have been crazy. I would have had him come off the bench because he ain't been playing. It just would have been crazy though, because his body, it's like a force field around his body when he get down low. No, just when he on the field, he's so big, bro. It's like having Myles Garrett playing basketball, but
and Myles Garrett can play, by the way. Don't get it twisted.
I watch, but I'm just saying, it's like, dude, he a football player playing basketball.
Yeah. That would have just made things a whole lot more interesting.
Zion probably could be a D tackle. I'm talking about for real. I'm just guessing.
No, maybe a D end, not a D tackle. He big, but he ain't D tackle big. Well, maybe he is.
Man, bro,
I don't know.
Is you crazy?
They say he got a subscription to Krispy Kreme
and Dunkin' Donuts.
Yep. Doing the podcast. Hit you back. Yeah, we got a phone call. Sorry about that. I had to take the call. You know what? I'm going to go back to the Sixers right quick. Man, why do you think Doc left Embiid in that late in the game?
Here we go, because he got hurt, huh?
I'm just asking the question. Why do you think he left him in?
I know they was up a couple.
I don't know. They
was
just
4
up.
minutes left, bro. People can make. There was only like 14 up.
Oh, okay. Oh, so you
can make a run in 4 minutes. Come on, man.
Okay. Right. Mm-hmm.
You ain't seen no. Hey, T Mac hit 12 points.
But it wasn't no T Mac on that team they was playing.
I don't care. He hit. Was it 13 points in 50 seconds or something like that?
Okay. I seen Reggie Miller hit 9 in 8 seconds. I get it. I get where you're going. And B shouldn't have been on the floor, man.
Here you go.
Well, but you know what, though? I take that. I take that back. I take that back. Doc said the reason why, because they had all their guys in. So I was gonna leave all my guys in. So that's right. My bad. That's fair.
They always ask that question once a person get hurt, bro. The game ain't out of hand. It's 14 points. You hit 4 threes, you in the game. How many possessions can you get in 4 minutes into DBA? A lot, right?
Okay. All right. So Celtics Bucks, who you got, and in how many games?
Celtics make me want to change my whole East Coast who coming out prediction.
Oh, please. I
realized, listen, I picked them to beat Boston. I mean Brooklyn, just because I don't like Brooklyn no more because of how Kyrie been acting. So I really never liked Brooklyn because KD, he used to be one of my I ain't going down that road. Anyway, I don't like Brooklyn. So I didn't like Boston, but I do like Boston now. I picked Boston because I figure Tatum and Brown, they're gonna get broke up if they would have lost that series. And I'm sticking to that. If they would have lost in the first round, they was gonna get broken up. There was no way you can keep that team together.
What? So you talking about the Nets?
No, the Celtics. They've been together 5 years?
Okay. All right.
And they got to the semifinals, they got to the conference finals. Okay, you can't lose in the first round and think we sticking together one more time. Like why we sticking together? We just not good enough.
So you don't think the Celtics? You don't think the Celtics is gonna be right where they at right now? Is that what you're saying?
No, I'm just saying. I just figured like it's time for them to win.
Oh, okay.
When Tatum was a rookie, he took King James to 7 games.
Oh boy, and then proceeded to shoot his way, just like James Harden, shoot his way out of it. I want to know.
You got to learn when you 21 years old how to play the game, bro.
Yeah.
So I don't
Okay.
hold that
Well,
against him.
all right. I ain't holding it against him. I'm just saying, age ain't got nothing. Age ain't decision making gender specific. If that
It
makes any
ain't,
sense.
but
Yeah, it ain't. No.
experience is.
No. You can learn on the fly.
You can, but you can't.
Okay.
You can't be perfect when you're learning on the fly.
Okay. And anybody said you
You
got
got
to be
Chris
perfect?
Paul
You
at
ain't- nah, we
36.
no,
Let me talk. Let me talk.
Okay.
You see how Chris Paul played a closeout game at 36, and he was perfect. Experience. You think he would have did that at 25, 24? Nah, he would have been making mistakes like he was back then. So,
what I'm saying to you is, how many threes you gonna miss before you decide to take a two? That ain't got nothing to do with how old you are. And I get it, age.
No. That don't apply to him. I watched that
do
game.
apply to him. They do. Now, I ain't talking about Chris Paul. I'm talking about Jason Tatum.
I know who you talking about.
Oh,
I
okay.
watched that game. He did not take all threes. He was going to the cup.
I'm talking about the Celtics. Go and look at the last 6 minutes of that game 7. Look at the shot selection.
They downstairs. Not gonna know. I'm on the P program right now with Dr. J.
Yeah.
B-Dub, come on up too, cause I need somebody in here cause he tripping.
I ain't tripping. You about to fall. Anyway. What I'm saying to you is go back and look at that game 7 in its entirety. Number 1.
Listen,
look at how the Celtics let me finish. Look at how the Celtics
going.
No, you don't know where I'm going because I ain't left. Hey, where you been, I was, and where you at, I left. You get what I'm trying to tell you? Where you at? Okay, right, got you. Yeah, if I say that right. Where you at, I was, and where you been, I left. Let me say it that way. Look at how the Celtics played that game all the way up until the last 5 or 6 minutes of that fourth quarter. They were playing fundamental basketball. Then all of a sudden, they went away from it like they hadn't been doing it all game. Now, had they played that game 7 or played that series like you suggesting, and I do know that young teams do that, then I'll give you that. You had that argument. But in that game 7, if no other game in that series, the first quarter, the second quarter, and the third quarter, and large portion of the fourth quarter, go back and look at how the Celtics were playing that game 7. They were playing basketball, and they even had a lead too, if I'm not mistaken, a sizable lead.
Can you attribute that to them being young, and can you attribute that to we had veteran leadership across the board on our team?
Oh my gosh. Okay, you know what? You're right. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah. I can attribute that to
experience. I keep telling you, experience, bruh.
I'm not knocking experience, but you don't stop doing what got you there. That's devoid of experience, bruh. If you show me that you can do it, then you have to keep doing it.
Yeah, but defenses make adjustments at certain periods of the game.
Okay, well, give me your predictions. Who you got winning that series?
I told you, Boston.
Okay, and how many games? I got to call my son back. Actually, his game was over today, so we got to get ready to get out of here. How many games?
I'm gonna say 6.
I am too. I'm taking Boston in 6 too. And then lastly, for our Hoop Central,
my buddy and me. He want to agree with me. Y'all see this, man? He wants to agree with me. My buddy.
Absolutely.
Buddy.
Okay, yes, past your bedtime. We got to get ready to get out of here for real now. The Kings, reportedly, the Sacramento Kings are looking at making Mark Jackson their next head coach. You think it's some
Lakers should have been done that?
Yeah, well, we ain't talking about the Lakers. We already know what they're gonna do.
Sacramento,
hire somebody they shouldn't hire and then blame them.
Let me say something. Sacramento is almost equivalent to the Cleveland Browns when it comes to bad ownership, bad management, bad coaching, airhead players.
Okay.
It's just a lot of not smart decisions.
Boneheaded brain trust. Did you say that already? Okay, got you.
They might be equal to the Browns. Now the Browns, as of late, we've been making some strides, but at the end of the day, you
see that as you see that as a stride. Then is that what you're saying? for the Kings.
See, he is one of the best available coaches. He's been one of the best available coaches since he got fired from Golden State.
Absolutely, I'm agree.
You can't tell me. Listen, and this before Ty Lue. You can't tell. I'm just using him because he was available.
Okay.
You can't tell me Ty Lue. You can't tell me the guy David Black. That's for sure. You can't tell me that. I don't care what they talking about.
Nick Nurse,
Steve Kerr. I don't care. He replaced him.
Steve Nash.
Oh my God. I could give you a whole segment on him alone, bro.
Okay.
With his 2 MVPs.
Okay.
They gave him 2 of them.
Okay. No, we don't need to go back down memory
lane. They
ain't
know they made a mistake the first time. Then they did it again.
I said we didn't need to go back down memory lane, but go ahead, man.
Hey, my boy averaged like 13.5 points. And they said, here you go.
Yeah.
Kobe averaged, like, I know Kobe probably was averaging 37 that year or something, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
LeBron, he was averaging 29, like 8 and 7.
Okay.
He gave it to Steve Nash.
Yeah. I told you it's a popularity thing. I've been trying to tell RB that, but he ain't listening.
Hey, Jay, then they gave Steve Nash the Brooklyn Nets. They said, here go another MVP.
Man.
And then Kyrie said, hey, look, then Kyrie said, we don't even need a coach. That's the only thing I thought about when they lost. I said, y'all need a coach.
So you think Mark Jackson to the Sacramento Kings would be a good thing?
I think Brooklyn need to fire Steve Nash and call Mark Jackson. They gonna get it. Let's go. But
I do.
Yeah.
I mean,
too. Sacramento needs something now. I'm not from Sacramento, so I really don't give a you know what.
I'm glad you didn't
I don't care nothing about Sacramento, but now that you brought up Sacramento, they are the Cleveland Browns of the basketball association.
I'll give you that. That's a good analogy.
Man,
B, what it do? You came too late, man. We about to close up the shop now, B.
I already know, man. You know
it's all good. It's all good. Glad you could just show up on the screen one time. I mean, it's all to the good. TJ, I appreciate you, man. You know what I mean, for showing up for me today.
Hey,
I thought it was gonna be solo
but
all
listen,
the way.
Before we close it out, you know this is a classic episode, right?
Absolutely.
No, for real.
Okay, what makes it a classic?
First of all, you got me one-on-one. This like having this like having Shannon Sharp and Skip at the table right now, all in one, bro.
And who Skip?
You, of course.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
It's your show, but you hired me. No. So listen, it's your show, but you hired me. But everybody watch it because of me.
It's our show. But anyway, and on that note, it's been fun, but we got to run. We appreciate y'all for listening. Don't forget to check us out right here on the StreamYard Network. Well, hopefully we be going back to Sundays.
Hold on. Don't cut it off. Let me check the YouTube. Remember, we were supposed to do that.
Well, you ain't on your job.
Hold on. My bad, folks. Don't go nowhere, folks. It ain't over with, folks.
Oh my gosh. Would you come on, man?
I gotta make sure it's live.
Yeah, I think I got a message that said it was live on YouTube.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's me and you.
Yeah, I think I got a message that said it was live.
It's live, big dog.
Really? You just had to, you know what? We getting on out of here.
I need one.
We getting out of here. And yeah, don't forget to check us out right here on the StreamYard Sundays at 9 on the PM side. We should be going back to Sundays after my son's AAU program is over. Or you can check us out on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, or wherever you listen to your favorite podcasts, as well as the shop's Facebook fan page. And if you would be so kind as to subscribe to our YouTube channel, we'd be much obliged. When you go to the YouTube, when you look us up, the Shop Report on YouTube, you click our icon on one of our other videos, it'll take you to the page, our main page, and then in the right-hand corner, you click the watermark, and you can subscribe right there on the watermark. We would definitely
scroll all the way to the bottom.
Oh, boy. Yeah, and if that don't work, y'all can Google it for my man's TJ, Brother Rich, Double J, Doc, D Gully, and all those who follow and support us, the other folks that didn't show up today, we say thank you. I'm Barbershop Jay. Would you cut it out, man? And you've been listening to the Shop Report.
That's my Donald Trump pose.
Oh boy, cut me in and cut it out. You've been listening to the Shop Report, and remember, the next time y'all want to know what's really going on, man, come to the shop. Walk-ins are always welcome. And guess what? Don't hit the buttons. Absolutely not. We